Today I'd like to say a thank you to Simone Biles, her coaches, her therapists, her teammates, and her family. You go like, Kathy, why? Why are you doing this? Because she represents you. Mhm. You are so alike, even though you may not realize it. So that's what I'd like to point out. So we all know that Simone Biles is a phenomenal gymnast. And she exemplifies so many qualities that a successful, conscious, professional woman, and solopreneur, a manager, supervisor, these are qualities that you have to have. Mhm. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Catherine Walters, and I'm an intuitive ignition catalyst. And I help conscious professional women and ageless goddesses to step into their spiritual independence and to speak with their authentic voice without people pleasing, overgiving, minimizing themselves, and anything else. So, why Simone Biles and what does she have? What does she exude and show us about herself? She reflects this to us. And the first thing that she reflects is courage. Mhm. Because just to get on that like 4-inch narrow little beam and do all those whatevers, oh yeah, I many years ago I wanted to write a book about gymnastics, so I took gymnastics lessons as an adult. Studied as a kid too, but really as an adult, and it's freaking scary. I mean, I might be able to do a front flip on the or a back flip on the trampoline, but try to put that on a 4-inch little beam. And yet you see these little kids that are 4, 5, 6, 12, whatever, and they do multiple. And Simone even more than that. So the courage it takes to do their sport. But I want to honor Simone for the courage it took for her to step down from the Olympics 4 years ago, to listen to herself, her soul, her heart, her being, her mental state that said and told was telling her physical body was telling her, no, I've got the twisties. I can't do this. And she listened and she was supported, and her coaches and her therapists all supported her. That's huge. And you and I know that to be a solopreneur, to be a supervisor and manager, it takes tremendous courage, even to show up. Mhm. So check that one off because I know you have it. The second element that Simone Biles just exemplifies is resilience, determination, and confidence, but really resilience because, you know, they try so many skills over and over again. They get hurt, they fall off. She stopped, she left the Olympics 4 years ago and she was back this year. So you can't, as a professional, you can't give up. You've got to be resilient. If you've got your own business, you can have ebbs and flows. I mean, sometimes it's good, not so much. You have to be able to hang in there for the long haul. And Simone reminds us that you can do it. And she's got a lot, the physical stuff that's at stake as well. And then the third one is authenticity. Simone Biles is extraordinary for this. And when I say authentic, I'm not just talking about her own unique style as a gymnast, but her own unique style, the way she dresses, the way she wears her hair, and people have criticized her for that. She stays true to herself. She also has an authentic voice where she spoke up for herself. She's speaking up now about being sexually abused, having a mother that was, addicted to drugs. She's letting things that were kept silent. She's speaking up about them, and she's letting it by talking about it. She's helping us to see that this may not be normal as far as behavior, but it's normal for us to start having conversations about it. And to succeed as a conscious professional woman, solopreneur, we have to be unique. We have to honor our own style. If you're in a creative position with creative team members, that uniqueness is vital. You need unique input. You need other ideas coming in. You need to be able to express yourself uniquely and be you, honor you. And so I know those are not easy. And we could go on and on about commitment, determination, honesty, integrity. I mean, Simone just lists, I'm not saying she's the perfect human. She wouldn't say she is either, but it's how she exemplifies and models holds these traits. And I also want to honor we as women collectively, because I don't know what Olympics it was. I think it was in the 90s, late 90s, maybe 96 or something. There was another gymnast, Carrie Struggs, that was actually injured with a vault. And yet, and now could she go on? Was really authentically, was she able to listen to her body? No, she was coached out of it and instead encouraged to do that other vault. And even though she injured herself and had already injured herself in the previous vault, she did it because in the late 90s, we as women didn't have a strong, authentic voice yet. So we've come a long way. And where you are, and being the leader that you are, is helping women and just people on the planet move further ahead. We need you. We need you to be authentic and resilient and courageous. And that's not easy because things shoot us down, hardships, challenges at home, at work, and it gets exhausting or just energetically just too much, or it just feels too hard. Like you've done it so many years, you've jumped this hurdle and now there's another one. And you wonder maybe, how can you go on? How can you, maybe you feel disconnected or out of touch with these qualities that are in you, but maybe they've been buried or maybe you've hidden them. And what you know that you really want to express your truth. You want to have your authentic voice. You want to speak up in ways that you know will help yourself and help others. And you are ready to do that. And you're ready to honor yourself more for your resilience, your courage. And yet, how do you even start with that? Where to start? You want to be that role model, that example, that evolutionary leader in your field and make a bigger impact. And yet, it hasn't happened yet. And you're getting to that age where maybe you're afraid it won't happen. And you're secretly afraid of that because maybe it's too late. Maybe you've wasted too much time. And what I want to tell you is no, you haven't. If you have that desire in your heart, then let's talk. Because I know that that desire would not be there if your soul wasn't encouraging you to dive deeper, to be more, to be bigger, and to tap into your courage, to tap into your resilience. And yet doing that alone, I mean, look at Simone. She had her family, her husband, her coaches, her teammates, her therapists, and of course, how many people in the public rooting for her, supporting her. You can't do it alone. But I do know that when you get support and someone who totally believes in you and in your dream with you and helps you get others on board, you can make it happen. And I know you've accomplished a lot. Absolutely. And yay, hats off, let's celebrate that. But there's more. And there's more inside of you. Then, as I said, we'll talk. We'll talk about, you know, what you've already accomplished and, and celebrate that. We'll also talk about that bigger vision, that bigger dream, the bigger impact that you have, and how you can use and be your authentic, unique, resilient, courageous self and step into that. So the link is below to have a conversation with me. And I look forward to talking with you because I know that if you're resonating with this, if you've listened so far, that there is something inside of you that is urging you, nudging you, pushing you to speak up, to be your authentic self, to shine your light, to make that bigger impact. And now is the time not only for you to do all that, but to just feel that, to shine your light, to be your truth, to just feel how good it feels to be of service in a bigger way. As I said, the link is below. I look forward to talking with you soon. And once again, thank you, Simone Biles, for all that you've done for us. Namaste.